Hey, What the Suck family. As you may have noticed, we recently switched to Anchor for our podcast hosting needs.
That's right, we were using another site that had us paying $20 a month for services such as unlimited uploading, unlimited hosting, and distribution. Anchor will distribute your podcast to Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, and many more, and they do it all for free.
They make it super easy to create and start your podcast directly from their site. You can record and edit directly on the Anchor website or app directly from your phone.
It's your one-stop shop for everything you need to create your own show. They will even help you find sponsors to fund your project.
Just go to anchor.fm and get started today. There really is no easier way to do it. Tonight's episode is all about how to go fuck yourself.
That's right. Self-love.
Self-love.
Fuckers.
How to stay in your lane, bitch. I got your name, bitch.
What? No! You suck! Oh my
Hey guys, welcome back to What the Suck podcast. I am Chris.
And I'm James. It's nice to know you remembered your name this week, brother.
My name this week, I'm running on all cylinders this week, thankfully.
And good luck with the credits.
Oh yeah, no shit. So today we have our season finale of season 1.
Don't cry, bitches.
No,
we'll be
don't
back
cry.
soon.
Promised myself I wouldn't cry. Oh my god. But yeah, so this is our season finale for season 1. There'll be a small break in between this season and next season. Not too big, but we will have one more episode after this, which will be our Halloween special.
That is correct.
And we're not going to tell you what the movie is yet. You have to wait until it comes out, motherfuckers.
Not yet, but Nikki knows.
Nikki knows, that's right. So, that being said, the bleep, 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 bleep. All right, so that being said, today's movie for the finale is I Am ZoZo.
How many times you got to say it before that motherfucker come out?
I don't know, probably 5, like Candyman. I am
Okay.
ZoZo, I am ZoZo, I am ZoZo, I am ZoZo, I am ZoZo.
No.
Oh my god, he took my penis! Oh no! It's also known
Dick
as...
snatching motherfucker.
yeah, I can hear him say, I'm ZoZo. I'm here for your penis.
Oh, Jesus.
So, also known as Are You There in the UK, which isn't even a dumber fucking name.
What?
But it's Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you
really?
there, Zozo? It's me, Margaret.
Oh, gee.
So,
bet you can't guess what I'm doing.
oh shit! It's a 2012 horror thriller film that was directed by Scott D. Laya. The film first released on February 18, 2012, and was picked up officially in 2013 by Image Entertainment. It's produced by Zach Kaufman, Martin Perlberger, written by Scott as well, starring Demetrius Sager and some other people. Music by B.C. Smith. Cinematography by Scott as well. Edited by Zach Kaufman. Production company, One World Studios. Distributed by Image Entertainment. Again, released February 18th, 2012. And running time is a smooth, cool, easy 85 minutes.
Good job, bro. You only had one little stammer. Not bad.
I know.
It's not quite the circus the last episode.
I only slightly fucked it up. Let's go with the rest of the cast. Kelly McLaren, Courtney Foxworthy, Demetrius Sager, as I said, Caleb Courtney, Caleb Di Battista, Darren Wayne Evans. Okay, more about him later as himself. John Vejvoda, Sophie Mitri Schloss, and Demary Milliken. The film follows 5 friends that
sounds familiar.
Damn, say that 5 times fast. Film follows 5 friends. The film follows 5 friends that end up attracting a demon based on the character of Pazuzu. That's not fucking true. To then
Pazuzu?
Yeah, from The Exorcist.
Yeah. Damn, still.
I know. So it ends up attracting demon to them after they decide to play with a Ouija board on Halloween.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
Let's play with a Ouija board.
Yeah.
And, so that's what pisses me off. Real quick.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Because the next 25 minutes are going to be talking about Ouija board and ZoZo. So go for it. Start it off.
And that's what I'm talking about. I cannot stand the fact that movies like this tie Ouija boards directly to demons because it gives them a bad name. instantly.
It gives
you know.
demons a bad name?
Well, that too, I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure. But,
no.
but I'm saying, but people who use Ouija boards for just regular communication and stuff
Right.
get accused of all, oh, you're trying to summon the demons. You're trying to
Right.
bring in the devil. And it's just not true.
No, it's not. Not at all. I mean, excuse me. I mean, so for those of you who don't know or haven't figured out yet, James and I are paranormal investigators.
Well, we sure as hell try to be.
Yeah. We have. I think you have. I know I have for sure. Have used Ouija boards on investigations before. Have you used them before?
We have used them as trigger objects. I have not personally laid my hands on one.
Okay.
That, believe it or not, that I can ever remember.
Okay. I do. I pick it up. I carry it with me. I sit with it. I try to get anything. I put it in my back pocket if I could, because I'm trying to get something to interact with me. Nothing ever happens because it is fucking plastic, people.
Yeah.
It is compressed board. It is cardboard, and the planchette is usually plastic, and the glass part or the plastic part, the clear part in the middle is plastic as well. It's just plastic and board. That's all it is.
Yep.
It is no different than using a digital audio recorder to ask EVP questions during an EVP session.
Absolutely.
It's the exact same thing. Let me
just
repeat
a
that.
different tool. You are
Exactly right. It's a different tool, just like you said. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is, James, you know what the difference is?
To me, it would be the visual. Personally, as far as like I said, my knowledge of them does not run extremely deep. I'm still learning a whole lot about the stuff.
Okay.
But to me, it's more of the visual instead of actually having to go back and like review to get the EVPs. I mean, sometimes we catch them, with the naked ear as they happen. Mm-hmm. But to me, this is more like physically. You're actually seeing a physical response on, at that moment rather than having to go back.
Okay.
So I don't know if that is what you were getting at, but to me, that would be the biggest difference in my opinion.
Okay, so let me take that back. That there are two differences. Yeah, that is definitely one difference for sure. The only other difference that I can think of, unless there's more, but to me the main difference is intent.
Yes.
When everything you do regarding the paranormal is about intent. There's a really famous saying. I forget who says. I don't know if it's Jalen Hynek or someone else who says that. Or maybe it was John Keel. It might have been John Keel. He says when you start looking into the paranormal will start looking back into you. Mm-hmm. Basically saying that the more you look into it, the more you'll see, the more it'll appear to you because you're actually actively, looking for it, investigating it. When it comes to digital audio recorders, because you see them on TV, because you see them used by ghost hunters and ghost adventures, they are tools that people see as being useful. And they're quote unquote scientific because they're electronical. Take that back.
Because no, that stays.
That stayed in. Yeah, they're electronic devices that people use, and not only that, but they're electronic devices people know how to use because they're used every day for normal stuff. So people see it like, okay, I can use that, and it's okay. Anytime somebody mentions or brings in a Ouija board, what is the first thing through people's minds when that happens?
You gonna bring in the devil.
Exactly.
You trying to summon the devil. You trying to play with evil.
Exactly. Because of movies like
complete and utter horse shit.
Right. Because of The Exorcist, because of the Catholic Church, and because of mass media, there's been this push that the Ouija board is a way to open a portal to bring in evil spirits or demons, and because of that, because it's deeply ingrained in our brains, that is the intent you're already going in with.
Yep.
Before you do a Ouija board session.
Yep. We're going to have angry nuns protesting the podcast here. You know that, don't you?
If they listen, then thank you for listening. I'm sorry to see you go, but thanks for listening. Shit. Yeah, so, but not just that, because prior to that, Ouija boards were used in homes all over. They were used as parlor games. They were used, by the Fox sisters. They were used
They're sold in the
mediums.
toy section.
Yeah,
for
they
God's
still are.
Sakes.
Yeah, they were just seen as a harmless bit of fun. Now, there were a few cases here and there of people who were claimed to have been possessed by a demon, whatever. Again, it's all intent. Now, because of that, if you don't go into the Ouija board with a clear, benign intent, then yeah, you're gonna get what you put into it. Same with the
you just
digital recorder.
Or you can just manifest the shit in your brain.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, what is it?
The
motor movements and stuff. You're not thinking about what you're doing, and you're subconsciously moving your hand.
The idiometer effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is what automatic writing is. It's basically
big words, man. Big words. I like it.
And that's what the Ouija board is. You're subconsciously moving it with your hands, even though you don't think you're moving it. You are in fact moving it. So Ouija board is not evil. So let me put that out there. I've been studying the paranormal since I could read, which was like 5.
Yep.
I've been actively studying the paranormal since 2004. And by active, I mean I joined a group. I've been out investigating actual locations. I've been looking for contact. I've been trying to make contact. Prior to 2004, I read anything I could get my hands on. I watched TV shows and I watched documentaries, but I read all the research by all of the experts out there, including the Warrens, who quote-unquote experts. And then in 2004, I started actively doing it. So I'm telling you, it's all about intent. You go into it with the intent that you're going to get something evil, you will get something evil. You go with it with the intent that you're going to make communication with something else, that's what you'll get.
Yeah.
You can get the same evil motherfucker through an audio recorder that you can get through a Ouija board.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this ZoZo demon motherfucker. And let's give a little backstory history of that. Okay, so the story of ZoZo came from an individual by the name of Darren Evans, who, as I mentioned earlier, is in the movie as himself. So looking at various articles about this, they all seem to refer back to a story he told in an online forum back in 2009 about how he encountered a demon by the name of ZoZo through a Ouija board, and he called it ZoZo because the planchette kept going frantically back and forth between Z and O, and it went like 8 times, and so he breaking it down into 2 pair or 3 pair or whatever. He realized it could have been ZoZo, or just Zo, but he decided to call it ZoZo because it has a better ring to it.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. So he started going on about talking about how ever since he made contact with the demon, it started affecting him. Things started happening, and of course people started, as it happens when somebody comes up with something, people automatically latch onto. It's very much similar to the Slender Man quote-unquote story,
yes,
which was created for a contest,
a
creepypasta contest, and immediately after it was created and it won and it went out there into social media, people started claiming to have encountered the Slender Man, even though prior to that it had never existed in any form of print or media. So going back, of course, he then, he was all over the place. He was on all kinds of radio shows and podcasts talking about ZoZo. And then he also made an appearance on Ghost Adventures. And of course, once he made the appearance on Ghost Adventures, it took off from there because for some godly reason, people believe anything they see on Ghost Adventures, even though they are not paranormal investigators, they are entertainment.
They are actually theater majors.
Yes, they are. They are film students. Zach is a film student.
Yes.
He went to the Nevada University Film School.
Now I'm not so free to diss them and stuff like that. God bless them. They've got 10 seasons plus going, and they're rocking and rolling. But
they're not doing anything to further advance the field at all, in my personal opinion.
And that hat.
And
he's got to stop wearing that.
He's got to keep a shirt on too. He's not Matthew McConaughey. I'm sorry. So that of course it exploded into mass media and social media as well. But there's a very interesting article on Thrillist.com talking about some research done by a particular person on YouTube called the Paranormal Scholar, which go check out their channel. It's a fantastic channel. So one of the claims regarding ZoZo is that his name or its name appears in a 1818 French text called Le Dictionnaire Infernal. And and apparently his name appears in there. There's a story of a village girl who's claimed that she has been possessed by 3 demons, one of which is named ZoZo. The other 2 are Crapolet and Mimi. So someone's grandma is
Mimi, and
somebody's Mimi was possessing this young girl. However, the person over at Paranormal Scholar
excuse me, senor. It is Crapolet.
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 This whole story is Crapolet. But so, and apparently the demon also goes by by
I
Zaza.
just realized I'm trying to be clever, and if I could speak in Spanish, French.
Yeah, you just call
Stupid.
me. You call me Senor. So whatever.
Excuse me, monsieur. Please continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So he supposedly goes by Zaza, Mama, Oz, Zo, Za, and Abacus.
Who's your mom?
Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is a demon. Yes, I knew it. He was. Anyway, so according to the paranormal scholar who translated the text of Le Dictionnaire Infernal regarding the story, shows that the girl's story was faked. Yes. So the author,
fake evidence. Come on, man.
the author of the book, French author Jacques Auguste Simon Colin de Plancy.
Simon Colin de Plancy.
That guy.
Yeah.
De Plancy. The author wrote regards to the story of the young girl who claimed to be possessed by 3 demons, including ZoZo. Stated, she rattled nonsense, he said, adding that the girl had been publicly beaten years before for faking possession and was eventually imprisoned for her fibs. He then goes on to describe what he believed to be a genuine case of demonic activity, ending the ZoZo extract with the sentence, "Nonetheless, there are real cases of possession." Now, ZoZo's first known textual appearance was technically a non-appearance, but this hasn't stopped people from using Le Dictionnaire Infernal as proof of ZoZo's existence. She also brought the fact the person that I think it's a she over at Paranormal Scholar brought up the fact that Darren Evans is a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I mean, really, who's not though? But the person at the Paranormal Scholar channel on YouTube uncovered another fascinating revelation. The ZoZo font on the cover of Evans' The ZoZo Phenomenon appeared to be lifted directly from the ZoZo symbol, Z-O-S-O, an ancient glyph representing Saturn that was widely used by Led Zeppelin frontman Jimmy Page. Though Page has never revealed what ZoZo means to him personally, it's possible that his being a Capricorn, a sign ruled by Saturn, has something to do with it. Evans has also happened to be an on-the-record mega fan of Led Zeppelin, a band long associated with Satanism and demonology. For a time, his ZoZo... Yeah, you didn't know that?
Zeppelin?
Yeah, Zeppelin.
No.
Don't you remember there were calls for people not to listen to Zeppelin because they were Satanists?
No, I may be chastised for this, but Zeppelin was not on my list. They weren't even in my top 10 as far as bands. Now, I know they were one of the all-time greats, but when it comes to me, I'm a Kiss fan.
Oh, I know for like a long... I mean, those guys look like demons, you know.
Fuck
at least
yeah.
they're meant to be, but like their rock is not anywhere near as like hardcore as like... what's that one that wears... like Slipknot.
And it's funny because, like, my top 3 are all, like, demon this and demon that because I love people like Kiss. You know, they dress like the demon and all this stuff or whatever. Second favorite, like AC/DC. You know, they have all the, Angus with the devil horns and all that shit.
Yeah.
So,
but they also wore the short shorts and the...
that's true. The little schoolboy outfit.
Yeah, so that's scary for a whole different reason. Yeah. But you know what's so funny is before I got into Zeppelin late, but before I got into it, I'd heard about that. Like they were known to have been. I think it's because people were doing that whole playing the record backwards.
Yeah, that's
quote unquote subliminal messages.
Yeah.
And so before I'd even heard the music, I heard that, and I'm thinking, man, they must be some
Huffbox.
Yeah, exactly, Huffbox. Man, it's like you got like a Huffbox size thing in your chest there.
Bullshit. I don't know.
You good?
Sorry
Are you dying?
about that.
Is Huff? Okay,
I'm okay.
Yeah. And so before I listened to it, I heard about that. And I was like, man, they must be some really like heavy metal, spewing people. And then when I finally listened to the songs later on in life, I was like, there's super smooth, super rocky, but they're pretty fucking badass.
Yes.
Like, and not at all what I expected. I expect to be more like like Guar. That's what I expect them to be like.
Speaking of Guar, them motherfuckers is coming to town, and I'm probably going.
Nice. I expect them to sound like Guar, but they did not sound like Guar at all. I was completely shocked. Yeah. That's exactly what I expect them to sound like. But, okay, we digress. Evans also happened to be, for a time, his ZoZo website even linked directly to the official Zeppelin website and had a link to purchase Jimmy Page autobiography. I mean, if that's not fishy, I don't know what is.
No shit.
Yeah. Evans, for his part, has attempted...
Did Jimmy okay that shit?
Probably not. But it doesn't matter. It's making him money, so who would care, right?
I guess.
Evans, for his part, has attempted to counter the claims that he fabricated his story. He claims the root word Zo, appearing in both ZoZo and ZoSo, has some sort of magical power, which he believes explains its recurring nature. In a blog post from a while back, he posted more historical proof of ZoZo's existence, once again citing Le Dictionnaire Infernal and a Nigerian paranormal site called Narialand.
What?
I bet you he got that when he got his email that he's going to be the next prince of Nigeria if he just sends over $500,000.
Shit.
Part of the Nigerian email scam.
Oh,
where
Lord.
in 2005, a user named Machiavelli wrote of a friend's encounter with a demon called ZoZo. Zo-Zo. Curiously, in Nigerian languages, Hausa and Igbo, ZoZo translates to come up. He found mention of a demon named ZoZo in a 1966 play by Jacques Aldebiati and in a 1876 issue of the Catholic Review, where Saint Bernardino of Siena mentions a mass of ZoZo, some sort of satanic ritual. There's little consistency between Evans' personal accounts and his source material that relates any one ZoZo to the other. Furthermore, none of these instances explain why, before Evans' 2009 True Ghost Tales post, searches for ZoZo demon yielded next to 0 results in Google's search function.
And with good reason, I'm sorry to say. You know, shit don't exist, shouldn't be, you know, I guess except for urban legend or whatever the fuck,
right.
You know?
It's no more real than, what's that dude in the suit with no face? What's his face?
It's no more real than my diet plan.
No more. It's no more real than the yacht that I have.
Yeah.
Slenderman. It's no more real than Slenderman. That's what I was thinking of.
You weren't supposed to say nothing about the yacht. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, fuck, never mind. I don't have a yacht. What are you talking about? What? No, nothing.
No,
I got
man.
nothing. I got
What,
nothing.
the suck cruise in the
That's
future?
right.
Nah, man, what?
But enough with all that bullshit. What do you say we start with this review?
Do we have to?
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, this is probably going to be a colossal piece of shit.
We have to. Aren't they all
But you know
colossal
what?
pieces of shit?
But you know what? Going out with a bang, season finale, fuck it.
Let's do it.
My name is Tess Carpenter. I innocently played with some friends. We came across an entity. I cannot get rid of him. He's with me all the time. He wants me to play his games. He called himself ZoZo. Who are you?
Damn!
So the movie opens with a scene that's actually, believe it's actually a short film that was released in 2010, showing just from the hand's view a bunch of kids playing the Ouija board, and
Of course.
they end up summoning ZoZo. And during the session, one of the girls starts laughing really crazy, creepily, and won't stop. And then she just keeps on, and they pull her back, and then the camera goes to the floor, and she's supposedly possessed.
Yeah, and I think that, like you said, this was actually pulled from they actually pulled this video. This is the real video that actually sparked the whole damn ZoZo controversy. Or
It's not real. They claim it's real.
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The original clip that triggered this whole.
Actually, no. This came out after what's his face proclaimed he contacted ZoZo in 2009. So this came out after that. This was just a video that kind of got the spark ignited for everybody in their belief in ZoZo.
What a bunch of horse shit.
So of course they're gonna put that at the beginning to help set the mood for the fucking rest of the movie.
Man, set these nuts. Fuck that.
Damn!
That's right. So then you get the ominous. This film is based on a true story title card, which is bullshit.
course it's bullshit.
Then you get another bullshit line, which is, of all the spirits that have surfaced on Ouija boards, there is one that continues to repeatedly identify itself. And
Yeah, stereo, bitch.
that's right. And that is from Darren Evans himself, which he calls himself a survivor.
A survivor.
A survivor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a hero,
I've never
James.
heard of a planchette like going through somebody's eyeball and killing a motherfucker.
Don't you know he's a hero, James? He's a hero. He survived ZoZo. He's a hero to all of the people in the paranormal world, just like Zach Bagans.
Man, he can kiss my nuts. Fuck that dude.
He probably would.
Nope.
Damn!
So then we go to a scene where this girl is writing a letter and having flashbacks when she was a kid, playing a kite or some shit, and then she's playing a cello or something, and she's talking to somebody about her experience.
I think it's junkie therapy. At least that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
'cause her hair's all fucked up.
She looks like a
She's
junkie.
strung out looking.
She looks like a junkie.
She don't look like she's been demon. She looks like she's been shooting up the demon.
Yes, that's good. I like that. That's good.
You know, because I know there's something out there they call demon, and I'm trying to remember what it was called. I don't really give a fuck.
I don't either, but yeah.
Sorry, I drifted away from the mic again.
Digressed again. So it cuts to her reliving when she met up with some friends for a party weekend during Halloween weekend, and she shows up and there's like 5 friends, and they're all dressed stupidly. One is dressed as a French sailor because that's a popular outfit.
Oh, oui, oui.
And even his hat, his stupid French beret says French sailor on it in case people didn't know what the hell he was because he just looked dumb as shit. One is dressed as like a steampunk dude or something.
It kind of looked like Stay Puff on crack. He looked like skinny ass.
He's a meth head, Stay Puff.
That's like I said. That's like if Stay Puff was on the meth.
Yeah. One is dressed as a magician. One is dressed as a steampunk, whatever. One looks like
But there's no goggles.
No, there's no goggles.
You gotta have the goggles and the gloves, man. Without that, ain't no steampunk. He's just some fucking a tall hat.
They probably just ran out of budget.
Ain't no goggles in the budget.
No. And then the other girl is another girl who's dressed like a saloon girl, I think it is.
Yeah.
And she's the Wicca.
Her name was Lola.
She's the
She
Wicca.
was a chola. Okay.
She's a chola.
I'm stupid.
And then I don't know what the fuck the main bitch is supposed to dress like, but who cares? She wears like a dumb mask. But then they end up taking this ferry to this island where there's this house, and we think they're going there for like a Halloween party because they're meeting up. They got supplies.
Yeah.
It's Halloween. They're going dressed up, and you're thinking, oh, they're gonna meet some other people at this house for a Halloween party. No, they are the Halloween party.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's all there is. Nobody joins them.
No.
It's 5 motherfuckers. And it's not even numbers, so there's not like one guy for one girl. It's like, well, somebody getting left the fuck out.
Yeah, somebody's the fifth wheel, literally. And they get to the house, and the house has been abandoned, not abandoned, but has been used in a while.
They're the one that got to get in a ferry and row their ass back to the fucking shore.
Yeah.
Go get more beer and shit, I guess.
I guess. But the point is, why are they dressed up if there's no party? They dress up just like go to a house, hang out, and then nobody sees their fucking costumes. Doesn't make any fucking sense. It's totally stupid. So then they get to the house, they find out the electricity doesn't work.
Yeah.
And while we're there, while that's happening, there's
no, don't forget this. They find out the electricity works, and then
it doesn't work.
Sailor Moon is just shocked that the refrigerator's not working. The fridge is not working.
Oh,
either.
yeah.
And he checks it after the fucking power gets checked. After they flip the light switches.
Right. And he doesn't work.
I'm like, damn.
And so then we're treated to a nice 5-minute scene of the two women talking about what their greatest fears are. And the Wiccan is showing her how to
lobotomize a pumpkin.
And the correct way to separate the seeds from the guts.
Well, so there's educational material.
Yeah, and you were saying that that's actually the correct way to do it.
That is the correct way to do it, and I hate the fact that I fucking know that. But we used to roast pumpkin seeds when I was little anyway. So.
Explain it to them, James. Explain it to the kids at home.
Well, real simply, you just gut the pumpkin, and you take the handfuls of guts, and you submerge it in water, and you squeeze, like you're squeezing a sponge, just kind of work it like a stress ball, motherfucking pumpkin, whatever, and the seeds just pop the fuck out. You know how slick they are anyway. When you're pulling the shit out, it's all gooey and slimy, but when it's in water, they become real slick, so it's a real easy way to separate it.
Do you put them in a bowl of water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would help.
mean,
you have to submerge. Well, I said submerge, but I guess I didn't specify.
maybe you did. I just wasn't listening.
I don't know either now. I have to back it up and find the fuck out. But anyway, that's how it works. Who cares? Next.
Okay, so then they're talking about their greatest fears, yada yada yada, bullshit. And then we're treated to another useless scene of the main character, whose name I forget.
Kind of a look at me, I'm Sandra D moment.
Yeah, she
moping
goes to her
in the fucking
room.
room, just moping around, laying on the bed.
Then she sits on the bed and she's looking out the window and it's all serene and there's really shitty music playing.
That's too good.
Oh, sorry.
You got to crap it up a little
crap
bit.
it up more.
Yeah, that's.
And then the next scene is they're all around the fireplace in the living room, and it's nighttime now, and the magician dude is showing her a trick. Now we are given the entirety of the trick shown to us in this clip.
Yes.
And I have never been more bored at a magician show than if I actually went to a 5-year-old magician show. To a magician show at a 5-year-old party. I'd probably be more bored. I'd probably be less bored there than watching this fucker do this stupid trick.
Card tricks are impressive, but you know what? Make an elephant disappear, then I'll
Yeah, make Statue of Liberty disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, make my credit card debt disappear.
Damn!
But the only reason this scene is important because it sets up for a scene later on.
Yes,
that
it
happens.
does.
So that's the reason they put this whole fucking thing in. But this is also where this is also where the other lady brings out the Ouija board that she finds wrapped up in a quilt, and the Wiccan who finds it brings it out, and they decide to play the Ouija board. And they do an interesting way of playing with it when they first do it. They put blindfolds on. It's her and the steampunk dude.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Steampunk.
And they do it with blindfolds on, so they're not able to see what letters they are going to, because it's an idiomotor effect. It's an idiot motor effect, I should say. These guys are idiots, and
then they have Alakazam here taking notes.
Yes,
too.
So
we'll just call him that from here on out, since we found out he's basically a magician.
I like that, and so it's actually more believable than most paranormal groups do, because since they have blindfolds on, they can't subconsciously go to a certain letter to spell out a word.
Yeah.
They're literally.
It's too bad what they're trying to convey here doesn't translate into the acting, into the story.
Yeah.
Because they're actually, without actually, making it obvious to us. How am I trying to express this? Basically, they're teaching us. They're fucking basically. At least. Anyway. Let's get back to that one. What do you say?
Yeah.
But they're teaching us. I guess in an off hip, shoot from the hip kind of way,
right?
How to properly probably do a Ouija board if you're really trying to get true answers.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know shit.
I mean,
I ain't never really. I believe it or not, in all the paranormal investigating and stuff we've done, I've never laid my hands on a Ouija board ever.
It's nothing special. Don't worry about it.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, it's boring as shit.
I think I'll live.
It's fake as shit. So we're treated to like a 10-minute scene of them playing the Ouija board, and nothing happens. She thinks she contacts her cousin Adam, who died, but probably not. Most likely did not. And then they hear like a noise come from the front door, and they think it's somebody playing a trick on them, and so they go to investigate the door. And Sailor Moon goes to investigate. He goes and he opens the door and looks around. There's nobody there.
Who is it?
Yeah,
Land Shark.
That'd be great.
I mean, Land Shark would be awesome.
Yeah. And so
this movie needs something at this point.
We're treated to our first setup for a jump scare in the entire. And this is 35 minutes in.
And mind you,
30.
It is just a setup for a jump scare. Do we get said jump scare?
No.
Jump square?
Jump square. No, we don't get said jump square or scare.
No.
35 minutes in, we're set up for our first possible jump scare. He's looking out the door, doesn't see anything, turns around to say he sees nothing. The door is wide open, and the music has gone silent. So we're thinking somebody's going to reach out, grab his shoulder, whether it be the guy that took him there in the ferry, or maybe a friend, or maybe even a demon. Yeah,
I mean, even a human guy, hey, tap on the shoulder. It's some kind of scare to say, hey, you guys doing okay up here? You need anything?
Absolutely nothing happens, though. The door closes, and he goes back to the couch, and that's 35 minutes, and we didn't get shit. And so he goes back to the couch, and so now it's two girls. They're playing the Ouija board, and the Sailor Moon is taking notes.
Yep.
And this is where they first come in contact with the ZoZo entity.
And it starts going back and forth, back and forth, which is the telltale sign for this particular demon. All of a sudden, it'll just start going Z-O, 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 Z.
And let me tell you, that is actually, that's another 10 minutes of them
Bullshit.
doing it. Yeah. So all in all, we are looking at, let me see, 10, 20, there are 20, almost 25 minutes
Of them just sitting
of them
there.
sitting there playing with the Ouija board. 25 minutes.
And
20
something that I was going to bitch about earlier, but then discovered it when I was researching while we were actually watching.
Yeah.
As I was like, what the fuck? This thing looks like it's shot on Super 8 film.
Yes.
Which means I have a pretty good eye, because when I went to research, it's like, holy shit, it is filmed on Super 8.
It was, yeah.
And was entered in some kind of one of these flower festival fucking film things.
Some hippy dippy bullshit.
And actually won some kind of fucking award. For,
I mean, there are only 2 films in the festival. It was this, or a film about watching dogs take a shit. And apparently this
I'd
was.
have voted for the
I
dogs.
would have too, actually. If they were
That would
cute.
at least have been funny.
I guess if it were cute, yeah, I would
Yeah.
watch. Yeah, but apparently this was less of a shit than the dogs taking a shit film. So
Yeah, little pup
It won.
humping a stuffed animal or something. Anything.
yeah,
Anything.
So then, yeah, so we're at the like 40, almost 50-minute mark of this fucking 85-minute movie, and so they decide to go downstairs to check on a noise they thought they heard, and they get to the bathroom. No, I take it back. They don't investigate. ZoZo tells them that he's in a bathroom in the
Yes.
house. That's what it is. So they go and check the first bathroom on the floor they're on.
Oh, that's right. Wait a minute, because the motherfucker comes through the board and tells them to do a trick. Remember that?
That's right, the card trick. That's where the card trick comes
We
back
can't
in.
let
Yeah.
that go, because
No.
that's where we were talking about the card trick earlier. And so
comes back in.
he
So-
says to pick it. They do. Then the guy checks the deck.
And the
card's
card disappeared.
gone.
And he asks where the card at, and he says it's in
Yeah.
the and ZoZo says it's in the bathroom. So they go check the first bathroom on their floor. Nothing happens. They don't find anything.
Well, guess what? You go check the bathroom. What better place to release the demons?
You know, I'd wish ZoZo had taken a big old dump in the toilet, and they went in there,
Big old coiled up motherfucker.
and they went in there, and they found the card stuck inside the shit.
Damn!
You know what? They could have said the end right there, and I'd have been happy.
I would give it a fucking like a 0 out of 5 best movie ever.
That's right. Thank God it's over. Fuck.
Yeah.
But literally, folks, he's not bullshitting. There's been 50 minutes of jack fucking shit.
Shit.
Literally.
And we were given 20 minutes of setup for the Ouija board. And in most movies, once the Ouija board has come out and it's been played with, shit starts to go haywire. It may be a
Yeah.
slow progression. It may be a quick progression. But you know at that point, shit's about to go down.
Something.
Yeah,
At least it's supposed to go down.
that's right. So then they don't find anything in that first bathroom. So they go downstairs because there's another bathroom downstairs. They go and they check. And we're given yet another fake scare because one of the characters looks in the bathroom and says he
Yep.
sees something in there, and he's freaked the fuck out. And so another character goes in there and finds it's just a dress shirt that was in there, a
Yeah.
fucking white dress shirt. Which okay, whatever, but that's it. Nothing else. No card.
Nothing.
No nothing. So
No scares.
No scares.
No jumps. And then it changes scenes again, and they're back in the fucking living room.
Yep, they're back in the living room and they're talking about the Ouija board again. And then she has some heart to heart with Sailor Moon fucker. And then there's another 5-minute scene of watching her get undressed to go to bed. And then she goes to bed. And then it's like a 2-minute scene of her in bed, covers up to her neck, and then she starts making faces. And then apparently she's being held down and she starts freaking out. And I'm guessing this is the scene. It's to imply that she's being possessed by ZoZo, I guess.
Possessed. But not a fucking thing happens.
No. And then the scene fades, and we're greeted to her.
And she comes up in the morning. She's taking a shower, and she's cowering.
Yeah, she's in the shower, cowering, scared for some reason. And then she starts talking to the it's the next morning. She's talking to the Wiccan lady.
Yep.
And they're talking about some bullshit, whatever. And then we're.
Oh, that's right. That's when you see him trolloping off through the woods, and I was complaining. I was like, "Good God,
Yeah.
this thing sucks." Now, my favorite part.
Right.
I just had to go through this real fast. It doesn't take long.
Go for it.
Motherfucker comes back with a fish. The motherfucker come back with a fish. These bozos, while these girls are sitting around talking, they go off fishing. You
Yep.
see them go off in the distance. They come back, and they're all like, "Oh, dude, look at what I got." They got one fucking fish.
One fish for 5 people.
One fish, and they're all excited and shit.
Yeah.
So they decide they're going to make a gourmet meal out of this motherfucker.
So then we're treated to a scene that's how long now?
Oh, the fish gutting scene of about 5 minutes long. At least we get some blood.
Yeah.
There is no death.
Yeah. So that is a hour and 6 minutes in
Before the first drop of blood is
before we
even
see
visible.
any blood at all.
And it's not even human blood.
in this film. Yeah.
They kill the fish.
And it's still not scary. There's nothing scary going on at all.
Nope.
We're treated to
They gut the fish, and then we're treated to an episode of,
of cooking in a small kitchen.
Millennial Kitchen, out in the forest.
Yeah. And somehow this guy knows how to actually gut and cook a fish, apparently, which...
Well, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I keep picturing Gordon Ramsay off screen. Cut! Cut it right, you fucking donkey!
What is this fuck? Yes, there's literally a 5-minute scene of him cutting and fish and
But then a professional chef obviously comes in, fillets the fucking thing.
Right.
Lays
Off
it
screen.
out, seasons it, puts onions on it, makes it look real nice. And then they bake it, and then they have this happy little dinner outside.
Yeah, and then so then another fucking 5-minute scene of them eating dinner, talking about the history
And
you get
dancing, and then a sunset.
You get a
and
little bit
just-
of exposition talking about how like the steampunk dude met the main dude who's the sailor dude, how they met and everything, and
Do we
all
sound
sorts
like
of
we're
bullshit.
rolling downhill in a tractor tire?
because we are.
We basically are, because there's literally nothing
Yeah.
to talk about.
And so then
I mean, we've had dry spells like this before,
but not that's bad.
but I'm serious, guys.
Not
This
this
whole fucking movie is a dry spot.
Yeah.
There is nothing. Even when they start fucking with the Ouija board, nothing. Big deal. Oh, ZoZo.
So
nothing.
then Sailor Moon brings out this quote unquote moonshine or whatever that he has, this family secret or some shit.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Starts pouring it to everybody, and then at that point they all get all drunk and they start running down the hill to like the shoreline. And there's like another 5-minute scene of them frolicking and all this dumb bullshit that doesn't even fucking matter. Then it transitions to night, and here we are, the last like 5 minutes of this fucking film.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just set the scene. It's nighttime.
Uh-huh.
The main bitch is in the room.
The main bitch.
The main bitch. She's in the room and she hears something. So she goes out to investigate and she sees the Wiccan lady sitting in front of the fireplace.
She hears something? Did the talent come back?
Yeah,
Because God knows it hadn't been around this whole picture.
yeah, it didn't come with them to the island. So
No, I don't think Skills was in the boat.
no, it was not. That wasn't one of their Halloween costumes.
That's right.
And so she's sitting around the fireplace. She has the quilt over her and she's playing with the Ouija board.
That's right.
And the main lady asks her where all the guys are, and she's like, I don't know. They went off to do something somewhere. The guys aren't in the house.
Circle jerk.
Yeah.
Damn!
And so, maybe they are. I didn't think about that.
You never know. These fuckers out in the woods.
I didn't think
all
about
the guys
that.
disappear. Hey, let's go pull each other's wieners.
And so she goes into the bathroom. So then she sends her in the bathroom for some reason. I
I
forget
might
why.
want to cut that out.
What?
Dick talk.
Oh no, that's staying in.
That's
And then we're treated to what is set up for a possible second, or maybe even third scare. It doesn't happen. She's in the bathroom. She's looking for something. I think she's trying to get her inhaler or some shit, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
She goes to get her inhaler because she starts
Because Ouija board girl here, goth girl or whatever
the
she
Wiccan girl
is,
has asthma. And so she starts having an attack. And so the main girl goes to the bathroom to get her inhaler, and she says it's in her purse. So then we're treated to a scene where it's a sideways shot where you see the girl and you see her reflection, and she's looking in the purse, and it cuts to her looking in the purse, and so it cuts away from the mirror. So you're thinking, most setups for this kind of jump scare are you see the character in the mirror.
Yes.
The character looks away or opens the mirror if it's like one of those cabinet mirrors, and the second they close it or the mirror comes back and focus.
Right on the ass.
Something behind him.
Yep.
You think, okay, this is going to be it. Either the Wiccan girl's going to be behind her, or the door's going to be closed, or something freak is going to happen.
Yep.
And nothing happens.
She grabs the inhaler, but then she notices, or was that the second? You know what? She goes back with the inhaler.
Yeah. And when she walks back up, the Wiccan girl,
And the inhaler, she's wheezing still. And she's got that
she's
shit over her
completely
head.
covered in the quilt.
Yeah.
And so then she walks up to her, we think, okay, this is another jump scare that they're going to do, but they're probably going to not do it anyway because they didn't do the first three.
But granted, she's wheezing, and now she got a blanket over her fucking
Yeah,
head.
but she's not making any noise. And so when she walks up to her, we're thinking, okay, she's going to grab the girl on the shoulder, and the quilt's going to fall to the floor because she's not there anymore.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But did we get that?
No, she grabs her in the shoulder, and she's still in the fucking quilt.
It's still there.
So then she pulls the quilt off, and that's when the girl starts laughing hysterically like that stupid girl from the beginning of that stupid thing. But then as she's laughing hysterically, she starts to have a bigger attack.
Starts to close up. Yep.
Yeah, and then she falls back, and so when she tries to use the inhaler, it doesn't work. It's empty.
So then she goes back to the bathroom.
and closes the door and can't find another inhaler, and so she's freaking out. Oh no, the door closes on her.
The door closes on her. She gets locked in there, and then
She can't get out.
Well, because she finds that fucking playing card.
That's right, because she's on the floor crying. She sees the playing card in the vent
Pulls
underneath
it
the
out,
sink.
and it's that Ace of
It's
Spades,
Ace of Spades, which we all
was the
forgot
same-
about.
It's the same card that was from the first one, and then in the background, this is about the only piece of the movie that's even slightly disturbing. Is she's locked in the bathroom. She can't fucking get out. And you hear her friend basically slowly dying in the
Right.
background, gasping for her last breath and shit.
So then we cut to her back in the asylum. Which
Now she's
is-
back in the nut, with
So-
her fucking Amy Winehouse haircut.
Yeah.
Just all fucked up.
And the camera pans over, and we see Darren Evans is there. She's been telling him her story the whole time.
That's right.
Asking him about ZoZo, and he gives some dumb bullshit explanation about how it's real and some shit. And he takes the Ouija board from her into his midlife crisis Pontiac Firebird or whatever, Trans Am, whatever, and takes off. And then the camera pans out and shows that she's in a mental asylum, which we knew already.
Yep.
And that's the end of the movie. That's it.
Finite.
So the only death we got in the movie
we didn't even see
was off screen.
We didn't even see it, and we
No
don't
blood.
even know if she actually did die because I don't think she actually even said.
No, she died.
Did she-
I think I said she died.
Did she?
Because she says that her the main character is telling Darren Evans. I keep wanting to say Darren from fucking I Dream of Jeannie, but what was his last name?
Darren. Oh no, that was
Darren Stevens. I keep thinking Darren
That
Stevens.
was Bewitched, though.
Bewitched. Sorry. Okay, you're right. Yeah,
No, that's okay though.
I mean, I keep wanting to think Darren Stevens, but anyway,
The fact that I know that scares me, but that's okay.
you shouldn't have, they're both awesome.
Well, Bewitched was great.
Yeah, Bewitched was really good.
Yeah, Elizabeth Montgomery, she's fine.
Gorgeous. It's also the show where they switched out the main leads, right? Went from Dick York to Dick Sargent.
Dick York to Dick Sargent.
And then,
Yep.
and then for some reason there was a show called Sergeant York, which is just some weird sort of coincidence. Whatever.
Yep.
I'm digressing. That's how bad this movie is. We'd rather talk about old ass TV
Let's
shows
give you
than this
something
movie.
interesting.
Damn!
Because literally, this one tanked
Yeah.
worse than anything. The acting was horrible. I mean, wasn't as bad as Cube acting, but
No,
it wasn't great.
I think it was worse, personally.
Do you?
I personally think it was worse.
Okay. Well, I guess let's run it down.
Okay,
then,
go
huh?
and give your review then. Yeah.
My review, okay, acting, blue chunks.
All right.
Fucking sucked. The cinematography, once I found out what they were trying to do, still sucked. This ain't 1965.
Right.
We get some modern shit. I know they were trying to be artistic. Didn't work.
Nope, didn't work.
Grainy, sucked.
Yep.
The script, plain, boring,
This
shitty.
is very boring. Yeah.
And the delivery was lousy. There was absolutely no action. There was no death, no blood. There's nothing horror about this fucking
Nothing
movie.
scary. Nothing psychological.
So, my
nothing.
friends, I am busting the ceiling on this one, and I am
What do you mean
going.
busting the scene? What are you talking about?
I'm going with the all-new rating that I'm going to add to this.
You can't make
one.
up shit on the spot. What's up with
I'm
this?
doing it. I'm calling this full. This is the what the suck.
So what the suck first?
The what the suck special.
Uh-oh. What are you going?
I'm going 6 turds, brother.
6?
I'm busting it. Yes, and this is one that's beyond our scale. This one, I'm going to have to say, don't watch it.
So you can't recommend it?
I cannot recommend
At all.
it because there's nothing to it. You can't drink to it. You can't have any fun with it.
No.
There's no horror to it. It is literally a lousy piece of shit that has no qualities whatsoever, in my opinion, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. So fuck them.
So
6
fucking
turds.
6 turds.
6 turds.
6 out of 5.
With lots of nuggets.
Lots of shit.
Because I'm telling you, it's crap.
There's no dingleberries
I
here.
couldn't stand it. I'll never watch this movie again.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go with you 100% on that because there's not one redeeming factor to this movie. There's nothing you can watch to have fun with it.
And I hate that too because it's our season finale, and I was hoping we'd have something good to send y'all off with till we
Get back on, but no,
we'll be back on.
Got nothing.
We'll only be out for a little while, but still,
got nothing going on. I mean, it's a 6. It's complete dud.
Yes.
There's nothing frightening. There's nothing scary. The script was terribly done. The acting was horrible. It's a terrible movie based on a fake premise
Yes.
that's been given by this guy who's just trying to make money and trying to scare the hell out of people, especially people who are gullible to this kind of shit.
Yep. So to stimulate conversation on this, if anybody out there has a differing opinion on the ZoZo legend, by all means, leave a comment underneath the post. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
There's no reason we can't. We'll have a little bit of time off, but I'll still be on social media.
Have you contacted ZoZo? If so, how high were you when it happened? What substances were you on? Were you tweaking off your fucking rocker? Please tell us. If you were sober when you contacted ZoZo and you actually felt like you contacted him, have you seen a psychologist? Because you're probably fucking insane. But either way, let's hear about it. I want to hear about it.
Oh, shit.
All right. Well, with that being said, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it right. This is a What the Suck First. This is the first movie we cannot recommend you watch.
And this will now be a permanent part of our rating system. We'll add it. We'll add it to our description of our rating system at the beginning of next season.
I'd rather not, actually.
Well, or either that, or just pull it out on a special occasion.
I would rather not mention a 6 again unless we absolutely have to. If we come across a movie like this, then we will. But,
the surprise 6. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because we've done 20 other movies, and this is the first one that's actually
this is
six.
This is the full blown What the Suck.
Yeah,
if we go 6, it's a complete What the Suck because it's worse than anything.
We'll leave it at 5 because then if we do 6, then they're going to be expecting it to be a 6. 6 needs to be a surprise. So we'll leave it at 5. So we have one more episode coming out. It's the Halloween special.
Yeah, this is our season finale, but we will have a little filler special.
Yes.
That we are going to do a Halloween special based on a recommendation.
A recommendation by a listener. So that will be our last official episode for the season, and then we'll be on a short hiatus. And then season 2 will start up probably early
November, probably
first or second week of November.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So we won't be gone long. We're just going to do a little retweaking, a little revamping.
Yeah,
do a few things, and probably have a lot more guests on next season. We'll probably have guests in the studio.
So it's gonna be a good time.
Hey, we need our buddy Joe back because we need the booze, man.
Yeah, I definitely should have him for this fucking movie.
Yeah,
yeah. So
wouldn't
all right,
helped. Wouldn't have helped.
I think that's it. James, anything else you want to say? Do you want to give out your personal Facebook and Twitter for people to follow you if they want to, or
if they want to?
Go for it.
I don't know why they would, but they can
because they can see more of your actual personality on your personal page.
I suppose they can.
Go for it.
Anyway, my name is James Bishop. I am on Facebook, of course, and I am also on
Are you on Instagram too?
I am on Instagram.
Now, you're James Bishop.
Bishop 3, but it's 3 I's.
3 I's.
James Bishop I.
All right.
And then my Facebook is just James E Bishop III.
Okay.
Come follow me if you want to.
All right. Yeah, you can go and see what James is more like on his personal page if you'd like.
Chris hates social media with a passion.
Yeah, I'm on there, but don't fucking look me up. I won't add you. I'm barely on there myself. So, like I said, James is he's the social media person for the web podcast, so he does all of it. And
so I'd like to get to know people. So if y'all want to follow me, and I'll follow you back.
Yep, and don't fucking look for me, bitch. And but where can they find the podcast?
Folks, you can find us on Buzzsprout.
Mm-hmm.
It is Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout, yeah.
Buzzsprout, yeah. If you go there, you'll be able to find us on many platforms. We're on tons of platforms. Our primary is like CastBox,
Spotify. Those are the big 3, really.
But we're out there pretty much almost everywhere.
Anywhere there's a major platform for podcasting, you can find us on there.
I also include the link to every episode in the in the post.
In the show notes, yeah.
Please subscribe, follow us, let us know what you think, interact.
And
we've started to pick up a little bit. We've got some suggestions, and a matter of fact, one of my favorite listeners, Miss Nikki, is the inspiration behind our Halloween episode next time.
And where can they find us on social media?
The big 3 evil.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they can find us on Facebook under What to Suck Podcast. We are on Instagram and Twitter, and that would be what_the_suck_podcast. Period.
So if you haven't found us, go find us, and if you have, share us with your friends.
Please. And drop us some comments. We've had a lot of good interaction. It's all been positive. We're really glad you're enjoying the show.
Yeah.
But just come out, let us know what you think. Write your own review if you want.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be posting probably treats here and there from some of our listeners.
Yeah.
Just so keep an eye out for those on social media.
Yep.
Because we encourage y'all to do a little review. Doesn't matter. It's old or new on these.
Nope, doesn't matter.
Keep it, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, keep it under 5 minutes.
Because that way
it'll be
we
easier
can
to
fit
upload it.
It's easier to upload it and fit it. But just be effective and deadly.
That's right. All right. Well, in that case, we will see you guys in season 2.
You bet, man.
And this has been so much fun.
It's been a ton of fun. I'm having a ball, and I can't wait to get rolling on season 2.
I cannot wait to see what kind of shit we bring out for season 2.
Bet. Well, my name is James, and if it ain't on What the Suck, it ain't shit.
And my name is Chris, and we'll see y'all at the next Suckfest.
Peace, y'all.
Deuces.